Module 9. Stress in simple words. Introduction. Siblings and stress are two of the main areas of spoken language. Gibson, 1989, 228, refers to stress as a capacity of the pronunciation for the speaker and the hearing sound for the listener. There is definitely a strong relationship between stress and sleep. Ludge, 2009, 26, points out that a stressed stimuli is produced with strong energy, which makes it unique. The nature of stress. Stress is a degree of pressure acted in the pronunciation of a certain syllable. The essential characteristic of stress syllable is prominence. What makes a syllable prominent? What makes a syllable prominent at least four different factors are important. 1. Most people seem to feel that stress syllables are louder than understood syllables. In other words, loudness is a component of pronunciation. 2. The lack of syllables has an important part to play in pronunciation. 3. Every fourth syllable is said on some pitch related to the frequency of vibration of the vocal cords. It gives the effect of pronunciation. 4. A syllable will tend to be prominent if it contains a vowel that is different in quality from neighboring vowels. Level of stress. There are three levels of stress: primary, secondary, and tertiary. 1. Primary, the strongest type of stress, marked around. This that always plays clearly on the last syllables. On the second syllables, the pitch of the voice does not refine level, but usually falls from a higher to a low pitch. B. Secondary stress that is a weaker than primary stress but stronger than that of the first table of around mark, e.g. photographic anthropology. It is usually represented in description with a low mark. C. Tertiary. Third level, which can be called extended and is regarded as being the absence of prominence of very vague mark and mark or something a costing factor. Placement of stress. In order to decide on stress placement, it is necessary to make use of some or all of the following information: whether the word is Formologically simple or whether it is complex as a result of containing on one or more affixes, e.g. prefix or suffix, or of being a compound words. What the grammatical category of the word is non-verb adjective H. How many syllables the word has? What the phonological structure of those syllables is? Conclusion. We need to study the nature, function, and level of stress in order to fully understand the art of sound in English speech. Stress is a degree of force acted in the pronunciation of a certain syllable. It is defined from the production and perfection which is related closely to pronunciation. Levels of stress, primary, secondary, and tertiary, are classified depending to the word length. Module 10. Complex word stress and weak forms. Introduction. When we are ready learning some details about stress on simple words, it is needed to understand more on the complex words. We have also discussed the difference between strong and weak syllables previously. Now we will more on from looking at syllables to looking at words and the stress. Consider certain well-known English words that can be pronounced in two different ways: strong forms and weak forms. Complex word stress. In English grammar and morphology, a complex word is a word made up of two or more parts. Complex words are of two major types. 1. Words with affixes, prefix, and suffixes. Compound words, which are made of two or occasionally more independent English words, e.g. ice cream or match. Suffix and prefix. Suffix have one of three possible effects on word stress. The suffix itself receives the primary stress, e.g. decreasing the archive stress carrying suffix. The word is stressed as if the suffix were not there, e.g. amazing. They are called neutral stress. The primary stress remains on the stem, not the suffix, but is shifted to a different syllable, e.g. advance or advance. They are shell stress, moving suffixes. Prefix stress in words with prefix is governed by the same rules as those for possibly words more than one syllable with prefix. See previous session. Compound words. When combined to nouns, it normally has the stress on the first element. A suffix. Adjective phrase element and the add morpheme at the end will have the primary stress on the second element and secondary stress on the first. E.g. when tempered, the first element is a number is in some form, also then to have primary stress on the second element and secondary stress on the first, e.g. 3 Wheeler. Conclusion. After we have studied the nature, present, and level of stress and its example in simple words, we need to understand how the rules can also be applied to more complex words. Types of stress in complex words are categorized into affixes, prefix, and suffix, and compound words. Each word will work to image that the stress pattern is always fixed and unchangeable. Variable stress. It would be strong to imagine that the stress pattern is always fixed and unchangeable in English words. This position might vary as a result of the stress on other words occurring next to the words in question, or because not all speakers agree on the measurement of stress in some words. Stress on a final structure compound tends to move to a preceding syllable and change to secondary stress if the following words begins with a strongly stressed syllable. Has temper but a bad temperature. Half tempered but a half tempered house. Half-handed but a heavy-handed sentence. Module 21. Problems in phonemic analysis and aspect of connected speech. Affixes. The affixes and they are phonetically composed of a plosive followed by a prefix. It is possible to treat as a pair and as a single consonant phoneme. We call this as one phoneme analysis. It is also possible to say they are composed of two components H, T plus and D plus. This is called to phoneme analysis. One argument could be called phonetic or allophonic. Allophone is one of a set of possible spoken sounds. The phonetic quality of the TN or TND is clearly different from the relation of the D means that TA. It may be claimed that in Hutch was different from in Hus, or it may be claimed that the place of articulars of T in Watch FS was different than what Shelfish. This argument was a weak one. There is no evidence that such phonetic difference exists. 2. It could be argued that the phonemes T and D have different description similar to other consonants. It can actually be shown that T and D are found entirely, medially, or finally, and there is no other combination, e.g., VG or has such with distribution. However, there are several consonants are accepted despite not being free to occur in all positions. A, R, W, G, H. So this argument Although supporting the one's phoneme analysis does not actually purport that TNG match the clashing with other single consonant phonemes. 3. If the NG were able to combine with other consonants to form consonant clusters, this would support the one phoneme analysis. In initial position, the NG can never occur clusters with other consonants. In final position, we find that the NB followed by the e.g. water. However, there are several consonants are accepted despite not being free to occur in all positions, e.g. re, re, g, or 4. Finally, it has been suggested that if native speakers of English to have not been taught phonetic fail that TND RH1 sound. The problem with this is that discovering what untrained native speakers feel about their own language is not as easy as it may sound. There would be questions that need to ask, like what you say the word ship begins with one sound like thief or with two sounds like thief. The English vowel system. The analysis of the English vowel system presents contains a larger number of phonemes. There are different ways of treating long vowels and diphthongs. Syllabic consonants. Syllabic consonants are a problem wherein they are phonologically different from their non-syllabic counterparts. For below, how do we account for the following minimal values? Syllabic coding, non-syllabic cuddling, syllabic hugging, non-syllabic hungry. Writing. 1. Definition. Writing is an event happening at regular intervals of time. 2. The writing of speech is the regular occurrence of structured syllables at regular intervals of time. Example, he arrived at 6 o'clock. 2. Walk down to the path to the end of the canal. Assimilation. Definition. Assimilation in the change in pronunciation of a phoneme under the influence of its surrounding sounds. Example 1. Now, but no newspaper. 2. Teacher. 3. 1, 2. Types of assimilation. 1. Assimilation. 2. Direction of change. The consonant can change. In terms of direction of change, direction assimilation, the phoneme that comes first is affected by the one that comes after it. Example, teacher, brick color, light blue. Progressive assimilation. The phoneme that comes first affects the one that comes after it. Example, teacher. Elision. Definition. Elision is the change of a sound related a zero in casual rapid speech. There can be vowel elision and consonant elision. Example, vowel tonight, consonant 8 tenths. Conclusion. This chapter is intended to show that there are many ways of analysis the English phonemic system is with its own advantages and disadvantages. We need to consider the vertical goal of teaching or learning about English pronunciation, and for this purpose, a very abstract analysis would be unsuitable. As in aspect of connected speech, there are different processes by which sounds are linked, entering, delays, or even change. This style of speech are not always the same. Moreover, linguistic theory is preoccupied with economy, elegance, and simplicity, while cognitive psychology and neuropsychology show us that the brain often assessment different pathways to the same goal. Module 15 Varieties of English Pronunciation. The study of variety. Difference between accents are of the main sort, phonetic and phonological. When two accents differ phonetically, when mean the same set of phonemes in both accents, but some or all of the phonemes are related differently. Phonological differences are of various types. We can divide this into segmental and suprasegmental. Within the area of segmental phonology, one accent has a different number of phonemes and has a phonemic contrast from another, a more complicated kind of difference, without affecting the overall set of phonemes and contrasts. A phoneme has a distribution in one accent that is different from the same phoneme in another accent, e.g. the distribution of R. Geographical variation. The study of variance in accent was part of the subject of dialectology, which aims to identify all the ways in which a language differs from place to place. Surveys of things can help provide the basis for many acceptable generations about geographical variation, but they have various weaknesses digitally constructed. More recent research has tended to be carried out within the framework of sociolinguistics and has tried to cover urban speech with a balanced coverage of ages and social classes. It also proves that the idea of standard pronunciation is a convention fiction. Other sources of variation. 8. A typical adult pronunciation will be likely to us a sequence of falling tones like this. I was in March and speeches in the food section. They had this chocolate cake. I just had to buy some. But the opposite version will sound like this. I was in March and chimpanzees in the food section. They had this chocolate cake. I just had to buy some. Social and class difference. sex, social, class, education, background, achievements, and personality attitude. Style written prompts an important part of style. American English. The majority of American speakers of English have an accent that is often referred to as General American GA. Since it is the American accent most often heard on international radio and television network, it is also called network English. The most important difference between GA and BBG is the disposition of the R phoneme being rhotic records in a position including before consonant and at the end of utteration. Car, more, fair, car, Thor.